Okay, let's quickly see what happens.
まさに滅びの災いと呼ぶにふさわしいわ。終わりなき苦痛と消えることのない呪い。まさに滅びの災いと呼ぶにふさわしいわ。終わりなき苦痛と消えることのない呪い。
Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the same. Except we call that light hope.
救世主の誕生。
運命の食器はついに役目を果たしたの。アビス教団の名は知ってたが、これほど大規模で広範囲な動きを見せるのは初めてだ。まるでナタ相手に戦争を仕掛けようとしてるような。宇宙船スリープポット？まさかお前がテイラットに来た時に乗ってた宇宙船のことか？
この数ヶ月の間で
42 of them have died outside the previous
何者かがずうずうしくもこの世界から吸い取っているのだ。
災いはいつか必ず訪れる。みんなもそう言ってるわ。
彼女の存在を無視し続けたらいつか本当に彼女の声が聞こえなくなってしまうからね。
すぐそこにいるじゃない。
お前の魂は欠けていて、傷口にはアビスに侵食された跡が見られる。アビスの力の使い方を学ぶつもりもないのなら、私が代わりに調べるしかない。
See, yes, that's the reason why I kept seeing my promotion, because I need Skirk. I don't know, Kayo really, so Skirk is like the best one. Damn.
はじめまして、私はダリア。セピロス教会の女祭で風神バルバトスの
Finally a 4-star, okay? A good, decently good. Like after such a long time we're getting couple of 4 stars.
面白くなってきた。
Couple.
風神様のお告げです。
Oh, she's Hydro Shielder.
私の夜はここで終わる。だが
Yo, time.
お前の旅は
Is that the master?
まだまだ続く。
お前は私の師匠、極悪鬼スルトロッチを知っているのだろう。
戦線は総崩れだ。
真っ向の剣ダインスレイブ。
Really, what do you want?
これがお前の望んだことか。
お兄ちゃんはいつも
I
運命
always
を
want to
変えよ
change,
うとして
but
る。
this
で
time
も
I
今
want to
回は何
succeed.
としても止めてみせる。
Wait, what?
助かる。
The shit's design is slightly adjusted though. I can see that.
今もなお運命の食器は動いているのか。
Oh my gosh.
お前が同性のクジラの剣能を持っている。
するとロッチ。
経緯など当の昔に消え去った。貴様の傲慢
So
さと邪悪
is
さに気
oh
づいた
is
時
he actually playable?
5年前にお兄ちゃんと再
John
会
Liv
する
is
機会
finally
を
playable?
逃すわけにはいかないから。
いずれ
Skirk says
本物の宇宙に帰るだろう。
旅
he's
の終
finally
点
playable though.
二人の新たな始まりが待
A
ってる。
space and time for you. So so now we can go beyond the space or Tabat, I guess. Is that what that means? So is that what that means? The fact that we can go beyond what is possible till date? Is that what they mean by that?
Impact 5.7 special program. I am Aileen Mythen, the voice of Dahlia, and hosting with me today we have...
Hey everyone, I'm Kat Pratano, rhymes with Capitano, the voice of Child's Master, Skirk.
And I'm Katiana Sarkissian, the voice of the Pyro Archon herself, Malwika.
We're getting the next installment of the Twins Quest in this version.
Yeah, finally though. What time?
And let's not forget, Skirk is
finally here, you guys. Yup. I cannot wait to see how all
much
these
pulls do I
stories
have?
unfold.
Her first appearance left quite the impression, didn't it?
I have a decent amount
So
of pulls.
mysterious.
Not a lot.
I mean,
I have a
I'm
decent
pretty
amount
sure
of
that
pulls.
interaction left us all with far more
Yeah,
questions
the
than
devouring
answers.
Yeah,
Mawa.
I mean, she did give us a few clues about herself, though. Remember? In the
Yeah.
Primordial Sea at the end of the Fontaine Archon quest?
Right. Something about the remains of a descender, the foul, the visionary. I feel like I still don't know what any of it means, though.
I mean, that's fair.
See, yes,
so
only
far, all we know
hopeful
about
questions
her
I
past
have.
is that she trained
One,
under the foul.
are we getting good amount of pulls?
Certology.
So,
Okay,
Certology
if
isn't just
ain't
some
getting
ordinary
good amount of
mentor.
pulls,
Oh,
it's
definitely
not
not.
gonna help us
Dainsleif
this
revealed
time.
that Certology is one of the 5 sinners of Conria and someone who possesses all-encompassing power. Imagine
If
training
you're
under
getting
someone
decent
like
amount
that.
of pulls,
A walk
at
in the
least
park,
like
let me tell ya.
50,
Well, maybe that explains how aloof
that would
and
really help,
different
okay?
Skirk seems to be. Seriously though,
Because
her
right
demeanor
now,
is stone
pulls are
cold
going
in
to
a
be
way
super
that's
low with
almost
all the other stupid stuff
otherworldly
that
or
was there.
Yeah, it's kind of cold as ice.
Yeah, or
right?
like,
right?
you know
But
for
I
a
mean,
fact
you
we
know,
ain't gonna be
the
having enough.
important thing
Okay, we
is,
ain't gonna
this
have
time
enough
we
pulls.
should be able to get some answers, right?
Oh, I hope so. Yes, please. I am dying to learn more about her past.
Okay, then
We
be sure to
ain't
check out
definitely
the
gonna
story
have
quest where
enough.
the Traveler and Skirk's paths will cross once again. Travelers will have the chance to uncover new clues about her past and the world of Tavad as a whole, so don't miss out.
Ah, so Liyue is where we run into Skirk this time.
Wait, what?
Wow. It's kind of weird seeing
Okay,
her
you know
out
what?
and
That
about
makes
like
sense.
this, isn't it? In such a
That
normal
definitely
location.
makes sense.
Right?
Knowing
Wait,
by the
hold on a
fact.
second. Is Skirk playing an instrument?
Oh?
I mean, in my mind, she's like this, ice queen, but here she actually looks emotional.
Yeah.
I mean, there's almost a sadness there.
Oh, yeah. It seems like that instrument means a lot to her.
Oh, you don't even know. It sure does. As for why she chooses to play it alone in a place like this, well, that's something travelers can uncover for themselves. What I can reveal is, after encountering a mysterious power in this quest, the traveler starts having strange nightmares, and it seems like Skirk
Okay.
is the only one who can help. Which means
Okay.
the only way to resolve the situation is for the two to work together.
Okay, Slay, so we're teaming up with Skirk, huh? Okay, but am I the only one who's a little intimidated?
What? Intimidated by Skirk?
Just a little.
She's only a mysterious sword master with insane fighting skills and an unbreakable stone
That's it.
cold exterior.
That's about it. But yeah,
Seriously
that's
though, with
about
their
it.
ability to wield various elements and their abyssal purification powers, I think the traveler can hold their own.
Yeah, it'll be fine. No problem.
Yeah.
So that's the news
Okay,
quest
well,
for Skirk.
now I'm curious how she got that strong. I mean, okay, she reined in her master's pet, the all-devouring narwhal, like
Yep.
it was nothing.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've only seen a fraction of what she can do.
True, and just like the truth.
So our
about her
design is
past,
definitely
that's a
changed.
question travelers
I
will need
kind
to
of like
answer
the
for
old one.
themselves in
The new one
game,
is nice.
so
It's a
ready to
more
play,
relaxed.
but
It's like a
considering Skirk and the
more
Traveler
modern
will need to
style
fight
anime
side
style.
by side,
Modern
let's take a
anime
closer look
style.
at what she can do
But
in
the old one is like
combat.
classic, you know. Old one is classic. Okay. Okay, cinematic version Vara. Okay, that's normal. That's a good weapon looking though. Oh, it's like child. So yeah, she has a lance that becomes a sword.
Merciless.
Oh, bro, she does like the narwhal.
Another frog goes out.
She even has a great sword. Wait, she had a lance.
As
She had double
Child's master
sword.
and
She had a
someone
lance.
capable
She had a
of training
great
in
sword
the
afterwards.
abyss, Skirk's combat skills are truly something special. First,
The
it's worth pointing out,
7-phase flash
Skirk
state as
doesn't
deadly
use a
consume.
vision. Her powers come from the abyss, but
Yep,
in the
of
interest
course.
blending in, she
That
camouflages
is
it
like
to appear
something you should have
cryo-like
already
in
expected to
nature.
be there.
And in
Skirk
addition,
literally
Skirk's
opened
attacks do not rely on
the
elemental
sky like
energy.
it is nothing.
She
What do you
uses a
expect?
special kind of energy known as serpent subtlety instead. And when you tap her elemental skill, Skirk gains a certain amount of energy and enters a special combat state, signaled by her change in outfit, which is very cute, might I add. While in this state, Skirk's normal, charged, and plunging attacks deal cryo damage that can't be overridden. This state also increases her resistance to interruption and attack AoE. And when cryo-related reactions are triggered, multiple void rifts will appear on the field.
See, that's why
Encourage elemental burst to absorb the void rifts. And after unleashing a special elemental burst, her normal
that's why they were all saying
based on the number of rifts absorbed.
Escoffier is kind of important right now.
Like the more she fights, the stronger she
I think she and Diana are the only one who does a constant cryo damage, and probably
when there are void rifts on
Granny
the field,
as well.
Holding her elemental skill will allow
Easily also does it, but I don't have
the
her.
ability to quickly maneuver around the battlefield.
Oh wait,
Once
what?
absorb them. When there are void rifts on the field, holding her elemental skill will allow Skirk to absorb them and gives her the ability to quickly maneuver around the battlefield. Once she has enough energy, she can unleash her elemental burst to deal consecutive slashes of AoE damage.
I see. So she's a unit you can keep on the field for a long time. Or
Yep, for
take
sure.
out when you need a sudden burst of damage.
Pairing her with Hydro and Cryo characters also further enhances her abilities. And if your team is comprised entirely of Hydro and Cryo characters, your party member's elemental skill level will be increased by 1.
Whoa, so she like
So essentially a free
enhances her party
constellation.
members' skills too.
So essentially a
Once
free
mentor,
constellation,
always a
you mean to
mentor, I
say?
guess.
God damn.
It sounds like Tartaglia had a great teacher.
Oh, he sure did.
And I love the look of her
voice
camouflaged
star.
abyssal powers.
Right.
The special effects are incredible.
Right? And when she enters
Not
her
a
special
too
combat state,
quote
her
unquote
outfit changes too.
amazing stuff
Like,
till
it looks a
now.
lot more suited for battle.
It's not
don't you
bad,
think?
okay? It's not bad.
So it seems like travelers can approach combat in 2 ways then. You can use her special combat state to dish out damage with cryo-infused attacks and heighten this damage by absorbing void rifts with her special elemental burst. Or, after other Hydro and Cryo party members have generated void rifts, you can take to the field to quickly absorb them and build up energy to unleash powerful slashes with her normal elemental burst.
Yeah, both seem really, really
It's
useful.
not- see,
and since
that's a
Cryo and Hydro
good-
characters
that's-
enhance
but
Skirk's skills,
it
there are
really
tons
depends
of
on
team
how
comp possibilities here.
fucking broken the weapon is,
Oh,
okay? I'm
hey,
not joking.
Speaking of, what about Dahlia?
Genshin has
He's a
always
Hydro
had a
character, right?
broken weapon
Sounds like he
system.
could be a good fit for Skirk.
Broken weapon system
Found
pulling itself
something
and the
here.
freaking
We got
weapon
to
being
know
broken
him a
as
bit
well.
during the Mondstadt
Majority.
interlude.
Her
So
being
we're
a
fine,
different
but
elemental
also kinda
itself
mischievous
is
at
gonna
the
have a
same
broken
time.
weapon
One
for
thing we
sure,
haven't seen,
1000%.
though, is
So you're
what
gonna
we've
have
been doing
capacity on getting the
combat.
weapon.
Wanna give us the
No,
scoop,
no
Aileen?
choice.
You got it.
Thank
You
God
are
I
in
didn't waste
for
my
a
pulse on
treat.
this.
Let's go.
What is that? Chronicle Wish. Okay, you're getting it. Is the Natli monster update finally here?
This should be fun. Hey,
Is the monster update finally here though? That is something I also want to know.
Animal Archive.
If it's not here, that's stupid.
Okay, so Dahlia is a Hydro Sword user and support character who can use his elemental burst to provide a Hydro shield for his teammates.
Oh, it's
Okay.
like the shield appears in response to his prayer.
Yes, and for a certain period of time, after unleashing his elemental burst, Dahlia can gain stacks of benison by hitting enemies with normal attacks or triggering freeze reactions. So when his
Oh
shield
my
breaks, Dahlia
gosh.
can consume his stacks of benison to summon it again, allowing him
So
to
essentially a double
continuously protect his
shield.
party members and to
See, that's a
increase their
good
resistance
way.
to interruption.
Heck yeah.
And after unlocking a specific talent, Dahlia can also boost the attack speed of the on-field character, allowing them dish out damage.
How
even
long before the
faster.
next
Oh,
final?
nice. So he can help us attack without
10
interruption
15 days.
and
The
increase
abyss
our
is
attack
good.
speed.
The abyss will
Really huge
reset,
help.
man.
And with
The
his
abyss will
elemental
fucking
skill,
reset.
Dahlia summons Sacramental Shower and places it in a designated location. His summon has different effects depending on who comes into contact with it. So,
Wait,
for
what?
example, if it's an enemy, Sacramental Shower will explode, dealing AoE Hydro damage to surrounding enemies. But if a nearby party member comes into contact with it, Sacramental Shower will propel them high into the air, allowing them to
Oh.
evade enemy attacks while gaining an aerial advantage.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
So he's like really reliable in combat, even though he
That is
seems
not
kinda
bad though.
mischievous the rest of the time.
Going on, I still remember all his teasing towards Venti during the Mondstadt interlude.
I still haven't done
But
that.
at the
Sorry.
same time, he's
I
also
still haven't
supposed to be
done
the
the
one who
monster
communicates
quest.
with the will of
So I just know, I
Barbados,
was
right?
like, I
I'm
gave
not
a
sure
break.
what to make of their
I
dynamic.
just logged it in and did
Well,
the
I guess
daily
first
stats
and
about
foremost,
all
he's
of
Venti's
it.
friend, right? But
I
even
was
though
like,
he likes to
nah,
tease, he's
ain't
serious about
really
his
interested
position
right
as
now
the
on doing
herald
the
of
story. I'll
Barbados.
keep it a bit.
Oh, one more thing about his abilities. When Dahlia is in your
Increases
party,
speed.
the movement speed of your party
Yeah.
members is increased during the day.
Oh.
Hey, all the better to
Wait,
spread
what?
the word
Only
of
in the day?
Barbados. Praise Barbados,
What is his
right?
limitation?
Is that how that works?
What is the limitation? I don't get it. What is the
well,
limitation
anyway,
of being
it's
only in a
obvious
day?
he really cares about the people of Mondstadt.
Yeah.
Exactly, he
What?
definitely does. Besides,
How
his
does that
mischievous
make
nature keeps
sense?
things a little
Oh,
bit interesting,
you're
don't you think?
reducing the
It's one of my
passives right
favorite
now?
things about him.
Aww.
Before the entire
Well,
shift.
now that we've introduced
Now it's only
our two
passive
new
to be
characters
on
for version
day shifts
5.7,
and night
we
shifts
should
and
probably
evening
let
shifts.
travelers know when they
What
can
is
add them to their
this?
parties.
Can do. Let's jump right into the event wishes. In the first half of version 5.7, we'll have
Yep.
event wishes for Skirk
Sure,
and
yeah,
Shenhe.
Shenhe.
Dahlia
Yeah, obviously.
will also
That makes
enjoy a
sense.
drop rate boost on the first half banners.
Yep.
Plus, the new 5-star sword, Azure Light, will be featured
Azure
on the
Light.
weapon banner.
Not looking bad though.
Yes. And in the second half of
Oh
version
my
5.7, we'll
God.
have returning event
Bro,
wishes
how
for
you're
Malwika and
fuck's
Emily.
sake, bro. You're
Pretty
literally trying
fire.
to
All
squeeze
right,
every
that's it for
single
the
money
event
from
wishes.
everyone.
Let's talk about the story content travelers can look forward to in
That's
the new version.
you're not. You have to give up.
Okay,
You have to
this
give
is
more
the
rewards.
big
No
one.
way you're not
Yeah.
giving me rewards.
Okay.
If you
Let's
ain't
set
giving
the
me
scene.
more rewards, that's stupid.
During
That
their
is
travels,
actually
the
stupid.
traveler comes across evidence that seems to suggest their sibling was in Natlan.
Oh, wait up. I see
I
Dainsleif.
need more rewards,
As
bro.
we
He ain't
all
gonna be
know,
good. See, that's
that
a
means
freaking
things are
broken
about
character.
to get complicated.
Yup, very true.
Marika, Dan Shirk,
From this
Skirk
image,
also
it
coming
looks like
out.
the
It's gonna be
sky
freaking
has been
broken characters on the
slashed in
same
two, and there's some kind
version.
of rift that
You
connects to the
you should
abyss.
give us more
And the
rewards. Ain't
traveler
gonna
and
be
their sibling are in
proper. It's
different
not gonna be
spaces,
proper,
but they
bro.
can still sense each other's presence.
That is
Yes,
so
I
fucking
feel like the
dumb,
tension is
man.
palpable.
Yeah, and that makes sense. I mean, there was definitely some
Yep.
tension when we saw our sibling during the bedtime story quest.
Oh yeah.
Although
That is a
we
really
don't
good
know
one.
what our sibling has been up to since then.
Hmm.
Kari
Hello,
did
mate.
tell
Hey.
us the Loom of Fate has been completed.
Bro,
Of course,
Ocean looks
we
good.
still don't know how powerful
man, I
it is,
want the rewards to be
or
better.
what's needed to activate it.
Well, call me crazy, but I feel like we're gonna find out soon.
Maybe.
It seems like all parties are converging in one place.
I really
Natlan.
differently
So
want to
maybe
know
that's
if
where we
there's
can get
more
some
rewards,
answers.
man.
And I know one
10
thing
rewards at the
travelers will
start
encounter
ain't
in
gonna cut
Natlan.
this.
A young woman dressed in
Marika,
peculiar clothing,
Emily,
hiding out
with
in a cave.
Shenna and
It's
Skirk
not just her clothing that's
on
special,
the same
though.
version with a
Look at her
freaking
eyes.
stupid and the new weapon on the
Wait,
top.
is she...
The plot, it thickens.
Yeah.
Well, if the Abyss Order is out in full force in Natlan, it must mean there's been a new development in our siblings' grand plan.
Yup, and the Pyro Archon and our other friends from Natlan are on high alert. But the people of Natlan want a war against the Abyss itself. There's no universe where the Abyss Order gets to run wild in Natlan unchecked.
Well, if an altercation with the Abyss Order is in the cards, I know
See,
who's gonna be on the
I'm
front
right now
lines.
confused on when
Twilight
Dan
Sword
Slip is
himself,
going to
of
even come
course.
out as a playable character.
I mean, I can see it now. Dainsleif going all one-man
Yeah, like,
army and
it's
rushing
about
straight into
time Dan
action.
Slip
We
also comes
actually
in a
will
character,
get to see
man.
it this time because
Yeah.
our old friend
I mean,
Dainsleif
not
is going to help us
entirely,
defeat the
but
Rakes
Dainsleif
in a
is
manner
probably
we've
going to
never
ask a
seen
request to
before.
him.
Okay. This is
Marika.
not a drill, everyone. We
That's what I'm
finally
seeing
get
right
to
now.
see him in action.
Let's go!
So Dainsleif is probably going to meet with Marika,
As the
probably going to
Traveler
request
and
some kind
Dainsleif
of
venture
clearance
deep
or
into
an
Abyss
help.
Order territory, we'll
That's
get
probably
to
gonna
see his
help,
special
like,
abilities
around the story.
firsthand.
Sounds like there's gonna be a lot of
I really
obstacles
want to see
between
a lot
us
more
and
rewards
finding
though
out the
because there's
deal
going to be
with our
4
sibling.
banners are going to be
But
really
we've
hyped,
faced the Abyss Order
and
before.
it's
We
going
can
to
do
be
this. I
a
have
mix
no
of both
doubt travelers
4
will
banners
come out
to
on
make
top.
the other
Oh, yeah.
character
I guess,
more
but
buffed.
the other question
Shenna for
is,
Skirk,
can we stop
Marika,
whatever our
and
sibling is
Emily.
planning? What are their true goals? What does their plan mean for Teyvat? This
Bro
quest
is
might
basically
hold some
going
very
boring.
important answers.
I am so
Yeah,
excited.
yeah, that's
I
true,
feel like
that's
this could be
true.
the start of a whole new phase in the quest to find our sibling.
Yes. It seems like it's not as simple as just finding
He's still
them
chasing
anymore. There's a lot
around
more at
Ether.
stake.
Oh, for sure.
Probably at least
So
for me,
this
Ether,
is
because I have a
definitely
sister
one to
character.
look forward to. All right. I think this is a good place to stop and take our first break.
Yeah, I need a sec to digest all that information.
Ooh, sounds good. Take a look at the second redemption code, travelers. We'll see you on the other side.
See ya.
Yo, space. I really need to see if there's something more to it, man. Because, see, it's the thing, if Skirk was before the Abyssal reset, would make a lot more sense because the goddamn fire lava is stupidly tough. Yeah, I still haven't seen it, yeah. I have no idea because the problem is I was grinding Genshin. I completely forgot the live stream was going on. So I'm just going through the recap.
Now that we've
Hopefully it's
introduced the
something
new
good.
characters,
Yep.
it's time to jump into the version 5.7 events.
Sethos. Okay, fine.
First
Sethos
up
is
on
not
the
bad.
docket is an event that takes us back to Sumeru, with
Yep.
academia pieces to form teams and enhance their skills as they face off against various opponents in a board game style environment.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a choose your own adventure. You can go the rainforest route or the desert route.
Also,
Each path has its own
wait.
story and level of
Oh
difficulty.
yeah, Paimon will
And
not
at
have a
the end of
voice
each
line,
adventure,
wouldn't she?
travelers
Yeah,
will face
because
formidable
she was
opponents that
removed.
require a certain
The
level
voice
of
actor is
strength to
removed, isn't
defeat.
it? On English at
Oh,
least.
So, how do we make sure we're ready?
Well, travelers can enhance the
Yeah, I
strength
know,
of their
I
pieces
know.
in several
Skirk
ways.
is just going to
Besides
be
enhancing the
a
pieces
cryo
themselves,
applier.
travelers might notice that the pieces are divided into species.
You also need
Go
to have
battle with
a
lot of
double
pieces of the
pyro,
same
double
species, and
cryo
you
as
can
well as double
trigger
hydra on the
unique
team to
species
make
features. The higher
max
the
use
feature
of
level, the
Skirk.
stronger your pieces become.
If you don't have everything, you're gonna do less
I'm
damage.
thinking
Which
an
is quite
all-Saurian
annoying,
team
though.
could be cool. Oh, and it looks like you can also assign equipment to your pieces to make them stronger.
Travelers can resolve
This
to
is
earn
so
helpful
boring
rewards,
though.
like extra adventure coins, which travelers can use in the shop to purchase pieces to improve their lineup. Travelers can also open chests to get all kinds of useful equipment. Plus, defeating formidable opponents along the route will allow you to unlock secret techniques that can help increase the strength of your entire
See,
team.
as much this
Ooh,
is
of
looking
course, certain
new,
encounters can also
this is going to be a
derail your
lot
plans.
of
Oh, yeah.
boring
So
gameplay.
there are also situations where
I'm not
it
gonna
all
joke.
comes
This is
down
going to be a
to
lot of
luck.
boring gameplay,
Yeah,
just
so
selecting,
I think
selecting,
travelers will
and
have a
letting
lot
the
of fun
gameplay
dealing with the
itself.
unexpected in this event.
This is
It's a
really
real
not a
test of
fun
tactical
event
thinking.
actually.
Plus, there's more to this event than just the battle stages.
What else?
Travelers
Oh my
can also
gosh.
participate in research stages that involve guiding
Yeah, see,
Paimon
I
to
told
harvest
you it's
fruit.
going to be a boring
Complete these
event in a
stages
lot
to
of
increase your
categories, man.
speculation level and unlock additional
Hoyo,
buffs for your team.
you're so much
So we
of.
actually get to put Paimon to work.
Finally.
Yup,
She's not even have
and
the
of course,
voice lines though.
completing
What's
this
the
event will
use?
reward travelers
Paimon
with
probably
all
does
sorts of goodies,
mid events,
including
yeah.
primo
Even
gems
Max teachers
and
want.
the chance to invite Sethos
Oh
to their
yeah, so
parties.
true, so true, man.
Nice.
All right. And
The events are
Needs
super
us to
bad.
clear out monsters in an abandoned ruin again.
Oh
Just
my
slimes.
gosh,
Well,
no. That is
Some
such a boring event.
For taking out monsters or target
and relieve some stress.
Oh, healed even faster.
So far, chance to work as a team.
Something
Remnant
new,
challenges,
which is
It'll be
exciting.
cool seeing what
There's a theme associated
What
with
is this?
each challenge, so your best bet is to choose a character whose skills are suited to the objective.
Oh.
But of course, every character has their strengths. Each stage also has smaller objectives that require teams to work together.
Oh, it's like the previous
Random
one.
frenzy stars
Ah,
bait
nah.
benefit the entire team.
But in
Yeah, Elena new Candy Crush.
Good.
okay.
In
Yeah.
theory. But I
Dude,
think
it's
all
already like the
travelers have
third time
something to
having
contribute.
Candy Crush
And
in
at the end of
Genshin,
the
man.
day, it's about
Third
how you
time
work
already.
together. That's the joy
We
of
already
co-op.
had the
I feel
match
like
and
co-op
match,
is its own kind of motivation
the
too.
set
No one
particles
wants to
and
let
the
the team
destroy
down,
of
For
blocks.
sure. And this
Everything is
time,
pretty much
teamwork
Candy
is more
Crush in
important than
Genshin.
ever. Challenging.
Something new.
All right, now
What is
I'm
this?
very excited to announce a new permanent event called Stygian Onslaught.
Okay, finally
In this
some
event,
more primogens,
travelers will
okay?
be able to farm
Finally some
artifacts
more
more freely
primogens.
and
What is this?
efficiently,
And what is
as
the
well as
feather for?
obtain
What is the feather
artifact
for?
customization items for free.
For
Okay.
free?
For free.
Okay.
A new
I don't believe Hoyo is
permanent
on the free
event.
part.
Okay, we need
It's
details
always
now.
a quote
Alright,
free.
each update will
Let's
feature a
see.
challenge that is split into 3 phases, each
So you
featuring
get
unique
an
mechanics
artifact
with
set.
5
Okay, so
different
essentially you get an artifact set. But is it a fixed piece? Is it a fixed piece? That's what I want to know. That's as you don't have meta characters. Yeah, here's the thing. Hopefully this gives you at least some amount of goodness. Yeah, 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 that's the problem, man. Meta stays for about 6 months, okay? A character is meta for 6 months. Only, I don't know, like 10% of characters, or even not even 10, 5% of characters stay meta for 2 years or even a year. I think the only exception being Benny. Benny has been good from three, no, about what, 4.5 years. He came in around 4 months about the gameplay. He's been the only good character universally for about 4.5 years. Shenna is going to be again useful right now, which kind of is okay. It's okay because Shenna on the other hand is good because she increases cryo damage, but on the same point, she does not apply cryo constantly apart from burst, which stays for 3 seconds. While Citlali and Escaffier applies cryo for the next literal elemental skill, which is about 10 seconds, which is better if you're going to pull Skirk because Skirk needs a constant apply of cryo and hydro, which is so stupid. I want to try escaping the meta power creep because, yeah, I know it's kind of boring as frick. I know that it's kind of boring as frick.
challenge that is split into 3 phases. Each patient in the event unique
See, I
reward
just want to know, can we choose any artifact set? That's the only thing I want to. Can we choose any artifact set and we can get that? That I need
travelers
to
with
know.
primo gems, artifacts, and valuable items for targeted artifact enhancement.
Okay, so
Okay.
you said we'll be able to
Okay.
farm artifacts more freely? What does that mean exactly?
It means the artifact drops aren't set in stone, and you can switch where they come from. For the
Wait,
first
what?
10 days after the event begins, the leyline disturbance will be in outbreak state. During this
Okay.
period, travelers who clear any stage at level 3 difficulty or higher can expend any kind of resin to obtain artifacts from the leyline blossom at the end of this.
Wait, what? Oh, okay. You know what? That's not bad. That's not bad. But does that apply with the 2 to 4 conversion? Is there still a chance that if you spend 20 resin, you get 2 artifacts? Or is it only 1? That's something I need to know. Because in a regular domain, if you have a chance, you're guaranteed 1 artifact for 20 resin, but you have a chance of 15% to get one more artifact. Does that apply over here as well?
Stage. And before the stage begins, travelers will get to choose which domain of blessing they want the artifact drops to come from.
Right, so travelers can also tackle the stages in co-op, right? So you can still farm with friends.
Yes, and you'll be rewarded with additional
Yeah, that
artifacts
you need to
every
know,
time you
right?
consume a certain
If
amount
there's
of
a
resin.
chance to get
Okay,
one
the amount of
more,
hours
that
I'm
is
about
kind
to
of
pour into
good.
this
If it's only
thing,
one
lock me in
and
and
that's
throw away
it,
the key, honestly.
Oh my
look at this. See, look at that. I was saying, okay, he's using 60 resin. You get 3 times the reward,
Hours I'm about to
and
pour into
he
this
got
thing.
literally 3 artifacts.
Lock me in and throw away the key.
See, here's the thing. That's only 3. If that is the case, you rather spend the resin in the domain because domain has a 15% chance to get more than additional 1 more. This feels even scummy. If you're consistently only getting 3 rewards, that is really not good because you're taking off the additional 15% chance. It's entirely removed. Here, there's nothing at the point. Yeah. Yeah, the feather I need to save it. Let me check.
Oh my
Let me check
god,
it.
you make it sound like you're in prison. Anyway, you also mentioned something about targeted artifact
Okay, yeah.
enhancement, Katiana.
Yeah,
What's that
okay.
about?
Yeah, right. So, version 5.7 is introducing a new artifact related item, Dust of Enlightenment.
Ooh. What is it?
Please do not
Well,
be
we
fixed
all
to this
know
domain.
what it's like to raise an
Let it
artifact
be
that has
universal
potential,
use.
only for it to turn out kind of less than ideal.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this item is designed to help with that. So, Artifact 101, right? We all know every 4 levels, a random substat gets enhanced as you raise an artifact to level 20.
Okay.
But it doesn't always turn out the way you want. So this item allows you to re-roll the substat enhancements of a level.
Hoyo. It just took you 5 freaking years to invent this. HSR got this in year 2. ZZZ has a different system that gives you to focus on which stat and which main stat and sub role in 6 months. Genshin got this after 5 freaking years, is what you're trying to say.
Level 20
Oh
artifact.
my gosh.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah. Before each reroll, you get to specify the types of substats you want to prioritize. After
Okay.
the result is revealed, you can choose to either keep the original substat configuration or accept the new one.
But
my
finally
God,
though,
like being
at this point
able
it's
to
just
resurrect
finally.
an artifact from the grave. Like, we really needed this.
Okay. How much is the priority rate? Do they mention that? How much is the priority
Yeah,
rate
really
though?
powerful, right? Starting
No.
in 5.7, travelers who
Not
participate in the new
powerful.
permanent event Stygian Onslaught will be able to obtain a total of 3 Dusts of Enlightenment per version for free. And the Gnostic Hymn and Gnostic Chorus rewards will
See?
feature one
See, they
each.
made it pay to win.
Plus, during
See, they
version
made it literally pay to
5.7,
win. If
travelers
you
will be able to
get
claim 2
the
Dusts of Enlightenment
bonus from
directly
the
from
thing,
their in-game
yeah.
mailbox after.
If it's 50%, I'll be goddamned, okay? If it's 50%, I'll be goddamned. Because if you've seen the if you've seen the enhancement rate for a regular artifact going from 0 to 20, each substats has a different priority. CR and CD has a different priority compared to attack percent, HP percent, and defense percent. Attack percent and HP percent. Then ER and EM has a different priority compared to defense percent. Yeah, see, here's the thing. That's the only good point. You get 3 per patch, which is not bad. It's way better compared to the elixir. You know the elixir which you get from this guy? You get this elixir. It is much better than this thing. Because you only get one. You only get one every patch. Compared to this, getting 3 is at least generous. It is at least generous compared to that, I would say. Yeah, you get only one from the transmuter every patch. So at least that's generous since you get 3. Yeah. Let's see.
Logging into Genshin Impact.
Yes.
Okay, let's just pause to take that in for a sec. Oh, but I do have a question. So, according to the devs, the rewards for clearing the level 5 difficulty in the new permanent event can only be obtained by completing it solo. But what if that level of difficulty is a bit much for some people?
Yeah, like me.
Yeah, well, don't worry, I'll hard carry you.
Whoa.
Well, I will
Okay.
come in, and the strongest travelers into that will come in to help us out. Specifically, we're talking about travelers who have cleared an even higher level of difficulty. The characters used to complete those battles become exalted ones. Then, when attempting a level
Okay, you
1
know what?
through
That's
5
not bad.
difficulty challenge,
That's much better
other
than
travelers
Abyss.
can receive
Abyss is
extra
just a
buffs
bullshit,
by
okay?
including
Abyss is
exalted
just
ones in
bullshit
their
for a lot of
lineup.
reason
Oh, cool.
that you
So,
cannot
travelers can
overstack
help
on any
each
buff
other even
until you
outside
get the
of co-op.
constellation.
I like
This
that.
is not
And I
bad.
need
This is
that.
a good approach.
Wait,
Add it to Abyss.
hold on.
Oh, you
You
just
mentioned an
this
even
add this to
higher
Abyss
level
as
of
well.
difficulty just now. I
Make Abyss
thought level 5
at
was the
least user
highest.
friendly. Do
Yeah,
not be
well,
paid to win
clearing
Abyss.
level 5 solo unlocks a secret level of difficulty. Level 6. Dire
Okay.
difficulty.
Oh no.
No. Here's the thing. You don't understand. That is Arlecchino without actual any buff and not in the inner what's called enhanced state, which is the press E, wait for it to become enhanced, then you hold left click. That is not the state. It is just a regular attack state. That is that damage. That's like pretty low damage.
Once you
Yeah.
reach level 6, it's dire straits. There are no companions to turn to for comfort, no promise of primo gems to drive you forward.
What?
Just formidable enemies and an unrelenting desire.
But I'm afraid on this, man. Abyss needs two teams. This requires three teams. This requires three teams. If you're a newcomer, you're gonna be fricked. You're not getting majority of rewards over here. Three teams, goddamn, yeah. Oh my gosh. Yep, it's painful as frick. You ain't going to finish it majorly. If you're a newcomer, you're not going to finish this. Especially with the weekly domains where you get the uh, ascendant materials for every character, you are not going to finish with three teams, okay? Yeah, you're not going to finish with three teams. Because you need ascendant materials for every single character. You need about 12 character to max out, at least to 6 stars. This is not going to be easy. Novelist C1 might be able to manage. Yeah, I also have Novelist C1. I have Novelist C1, Farina C1. Let's see. This is kind of good, also really bad because that's the reason why they gave you the buff. If you finish level 5, you get a buff for every character used. So you do more damage. But on the same time, you need three teams to finish till the third, fifth level. So you need to make one more set of team, which we have to see. We legit have to see. The lava dragon is just absurdly, stupidly powerful. At level under, he's just broken damage. He has so much of what's it called resistance. It doesn't matter. The first hydro thing, hydro tripler is pretty easy. This guy is mid, but this guy is stupidly broken. This guy is annoying. I don't even want to fight this guy. This guy is annoying as frick.
Hey, that definitely sounds dire. So you're telling me travelers really don't get any
If you want to go with Novelet, you need to have a entire team of Hydro with one shielder, one cryo shielder yeah. Because the problem with that dragon is that he moves constantly, he has AoE damage. You probably did the abyss, right? With Novelet probably. If you get stunned, even though you have stun resistance on C2, you still have a small chance you get stunned and you lose up your charge for your holding normal attack hold. Yeah, you don't need shield entirely, but yes, the thing that guy is moving every single time. It's annoying as frick. You rather have one cryo shield as well. Yeah, I get knocked right. Yeah, that's the thing. You see one helps you a lot, but that guy is annoying always.
anything in return for accomplishing something like that?
Well, we'll just have to wait and see now, won't we?
That's how I also
I
finished
can't
him.
wait.
All right.
He was so
That's it for
annoying.
Stygian
Yeah,
Onslaught.
he was so
Just
annoying
a
to
reminder,
finish in
the
the abyss.
outbreak period begins the second Wednesday after a version update, or
Okay.
8 days into the new version. So don't forget to gather your friends and get farming when the time comes. All right, time to lock in. Travelers might also be excited to hear that the next installment of the Traveler's Tales is coming in version 5.
Oh,
So
this
many
is such a boring
encounters in store.
event. Nah,
So Tom was
I
back.
never thought about it before. But
this is such a boring event.
it's so cute.
It is
I wanna
good
know what
and
they're
nice
talking
to
about.
recap.
And it looks
Man,
like
this
Dory's in
event is boring as
Inazuma.
frick. You have to wait
Is she
about 10 days to
trying
go and
sell
see every
something
single
to
character.
Sayu?
Oh, of course.
Oh no, someone save Sayu. She's too innocent for Dory's schemes.
Honestly, though, a crafty merchant like Dory could show up anywhere, and I wouldn't be surprised. I bet we even run into her and not cry at some point.
Ooh, I wonder how many other friends will show.
Open world travelers.
Being able to run into characters in the open world is such a nice addition. I wish it was part of every version.
Right? I know.
Here's
it
the
really
thing.
makes the open
It'll be
world
really
feel
nice
more
if they have
alive
voice
and
lines.
interactive.
Yeah.
If they,
and
it's just going to be
luckily the devs
dialogues,
feel the same way.
I am
The
not
devs
going to
have
be
said that
interested.
making
If it's,
Traveler's
if
Tales a
it's with
permanent
voice
event is
on
in the
English,
works. So
I'm
travelers
okay.
can look forward
I'm
to that
okay. I'm
sometime
not
in the
happy.
future.
I'm okay with it.
Finally, Overflowing Abundance is returning at the end of version 5.7. Travelers can look forward to double the talent and
Thank God. Thank God they did
end of
this.
version 5.7. Travelers
This
can
thing
look forward to
is something we asked for a while. Finally, we can claim multiple at the same time. Hoyo, it just took you 5 years to do stuff.
In addition, new
weapon ascension material drops, so don't miss out.
in addition,
Shogun and
Pops of red in
the wind.
Not
New
really
York G updates.
interesting.
Um,
No, skip. Okay.
That brings us to
Okay.
the system optimizations
Okay,
that
what
travelers
is
can
it?
look forward to in the new version.
The
First
biggest thing
up
I
is an
love about this
improved
update is
resource
storage
management
management
feature for
feature.
mobile
Yeah,
players.
hopefully.
Simply put,
Hopefully.
it's
I
a
didn't see it yet.
practical
Let me
update
see.
designed to reduce the package size of
Thank
the
you for the
mobile
info though.
version.
Thank you.
Dude, nice. I feel like our phones will thank us.
After the 5.7 update, travelers will receive a pop-up notification after opening Genshin Impact on mobile, asking them to choose from different resource plans.
Okay.
Under the basic plan, the system will retain the
32
necessary
GB.
resources for daily gameplay and optimize
I mean, it's
the
less
resource
than
usage for
PC, I
some
guess.
Archon
It's 98
quests,
GB in
story
PC.
quests, and
So
hangout
it's pretty
events.
less.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
dude.
that means clearing out some old
PC
quest
is.
resources to save
Yeah, yeah,
storage
only
space,
in
right?
mobile. You didn't notice it?
What about players whose progress
I
is
thought
a
you thought
bit
it's
all over the
everyone.
place?
No,
How does
no, no.
that
It's
work?
only mobile.
Don't worry, the dev team has accounted for that. The system will provide different guidance and solutions based on account progress and quest status to ensure
Yes,
that
the thing,
travelers
man.
still have a
The
smooth
PC
gaming
version
experience.
is about
And when you
98
need to start
GB.
an Archon quest,
So,
story quest,
you
or
know
hangout
how
event
bad
that
it is
isn't
going to be.
enabled, the system will download the required resources
It's 98
as
GB in
needed.
PC
Oh,
with
slay.
majority of
Yup.
stuff is just
so travelers
simply
who
there.
haven't updated the mobile version in a long time
Here's the thing I want to say. Will the regular window PC will get a increase in FPS in FPS? Will they go from 60 FPS to 120 FPS? Because Mac can go to 120 FPS. Windows can't go to 120. Did they add that? Did they finally add it after 5 years? I want to
might
know
be able
that.
to free up quite a bit of storage space with this
Only Mac
optimization.
has
I need
120
that.
and the
And
latest
it sounds like a great
Snapdragon
option
8
for
chip
cross-platform
phones have
players who
120
maybe rely on
FPS.
mobile more for the small stuff.
PC,
Yeah,
regular
of
PC
course,
does
if
not
you
have
don't
120.
storage
It's fixed
concerns,
at 60,
nothing has to change.
60
You can just
FPS.
choose to keep all game resources instead. And this setting can be changed at any time in the Paimon menu, where you can
Okay.
choose for completed quest resources to be automatically cleared in future version updates.
Finally.
Or for all
So it
game
will be around
resources to be
60.
updated as normal.
Oh, okay.
This should also make it easy.
Yep. Here's the thing. This is good because it's right now 98 GB. This is probably going to reduce about 20 GB less, which is not bad. 20 GB, you can play pretty much one more game or a couple more games, whatever indie games or something. It's storage safe for you, which is good for us.
Easier for people to try out Genshin Impact.
Windows
for the
is
first
not
time.
getting good
Yup.
updates,
For
man.
further details, be
Hopefully
sure to
they
check
get
out
the
the
120
developers discussion,
FPS.
as well as
That's what I
future
want to know.
announcements across Genshin Impact's official accounts.
Okay.
And you will now be able to directly use Fragile Resin to claim rewards from Leyline
Finally.
Blossoms and common challenge domains.
Finally.
like artifact
Thank
and
God,
talent
Hoyo.
material domains. This also applies to the artifact drops in the new permanent event
Yes.
we introduced earlier.
Yes.
Okay, see, okay, at least, okay. Now we know that is a bonus. Okay, now
Applies
we
to
know
the
that's a bonus
Artifact drops in the new
because
event we
he got a
introduced earlier.
bonus. So,
Here.
so 3 for 60 resin and a bonus 1. But I feel like the drop rate are reduced. Because if it's 3 times, it's 15 plus 15 plus 15 times 50% by 100. That's 1 by 2. That's about 27% essentially. It should be the drop chance to get additional bonus rewards. Right now it looks like it's fixed at 15% entirely, which is kind of scam, but Oh well, it is what it is.
Yes.
Fragile resin is worth 60 original resin, so that
Yep.
means you get triple the drops. Should save a few trips to the
That is not triple the drops, okay? That is probably the most worst thing to get. Two epic and seven ras and seven common. How on earth is that triple the rewards? Oh my gosh. Oh bro, that is so bad of a reward chance. How you increase the drop rates? We have about 92 characters, Hoyo. We have 92 characters, including the upcoming characters. Increase the drop rate for all the rewards, please. You get that for 60 or 60 resin? That is not going to update. It's going to update about 2 levels. That's about it. It gives you about 2 levels. No, sorry, not two, 3 levels. That's about it.
crafting bench, that's for sure.
Also, the
Oh my
Adventurer
gosh,
Handbook will
Hoyo.
now have guide entries for 40 resin bosses, which should be helpful if you run into a boss you're not quite sure how to crack.
And the icons will be displayed in the order the bosses were unlocked, which should make it
Genshin got a .5 GPA in max.
more intuitive to navigate.
Minus 0.5
Alright,
LMO.
let's move on to some optimizations for the Spiral Abyss.
Yes,
When
finally.
moving to the next floor or restarting a challenge, you can now save your current party lineup
Thank
or clear
God,
it with a
my
single
gosh.
click.
Oh, easy.
This
And
is
you
such
can
a
claim your
stupid
challenge
thing.
awards directly
Why?
after completing floor 12.
Okay,
If you're
thank
not
God.
satisfied with your performance, you can also restart the challenge directly from the
Hoyo,
finalization
we've been
screen.
asking this for 3 years,
Nice.
okay?
Small things
Thank
here
God.
and there really add up over time.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
So
Finally.
hopefully these optimizations make for a better experience overall.
All right.
That's it?
Well, that was another long one, you guys, but it's
That's
not
it?
over yet. A
Okay,
mystery
finally.
guest left a message
Okay.
for us.
Who's
So
this?
let's check it out along with the third redemption code.
Okay, what is the third
旅
redemption
人の
code?
皆さんこんにちは、鈴木愛理です、今回ゲーム原神
Wait.
Not over yet. A mystery guest left a message for us. So let's check it out along with the third redemption code.
旅人の皆さんこんにちは、鈴木愛理です、
Oh,
今回ゲーム原神の皆さんと一緒
can't
に
believe
仕
this.
事を
Okay.
することになりました。とても嬉しいです。ありがとうござい
Irie is
ます。
going over here.
私
Okay.
は、スカークというキャラクターのアニメショートテーマソングの、スター・オデッセイという楽曲を歌わせていただいたんですが、この楽
Hopefully it's
曲
not
は
bad.
全編英語で世界各国というか世界にこう届ける歌ということで、もう全て英語の詩なので、私にとってはこの世界に入って初めての経験でとてもドキドキしたのですが、こう皆さんと一緒に気持ちを共有できたらいいなと思って今からとてもワクワクしています。スカークの歴史を聞いてすごく強いけど孤独と戦いながら今日まで生きてきた、そんな強くてかっ
Always,
こい
man.
い女
It
性
is
っていう
really
のを頭に
pleasant
置きながら
and just
歌を歌いました
really
ので、
soft to
その
the
気持
ear.
ちが届くと
It
嬉
is
しい
always
です。
better than
で
English.
この楽曲はショートフィルムと同時公開されます。皆さんぜひ楽しみにしていてください。
Okay.
愛理でした。
OMG! An animated short for Skirk and a song! Let's go!
That is exciting.
So exciting!
Yep.
Well, you guys, that brings us to the end of our announcements for this version.
It's a
That
mid
was a
patch.
whirlwind.
Really
It
mid
certainly
patch.
was.
Now even see
So,
not mid.
What
It's
are you all looking forward to
basic
the
to mid.
most? For
No,
me,
not even
I
say
have to
mid.
say, although it's a little biased, I am clearly excited for everybody to meet Dahlia.
Yes.
But you know, I'm also really excited about the new permanent content like Stygian Onslaught. How about you guys?
Yeah.
It's
I
kinda hard to
usually
pick
play
just one.
story
I mean,
with
I'm excited for my
majority
girl
JP.
Malika
Of
in
course.
TCG,
English
but,
majority
like,
cat.
I'm
There's
also
no
really
character voice
excited
lines.
to see Navilet,
Yeah.
my fave, in the Traveler's Tales.
Yes. Well, I'm really excited for. I might be a little biased as well. I'm really excited for Skirk.
Who?
Wow, really? I am also so excited for Dahlia, and like
Initially,
we've
it's
been
just
waiting
me
so long
going
for these
God.
characters, and also Dane
It is
Flip.
even
I'm
worse
so
than that though,
excited, and
because
that
here's the thing.
animated
At
short. Oh
least
my
during
gosh!
COVID, you
And
don't speak.
also, of course, the lore
Here, it is
girlies.
just
We're doing
dialogues going in the
so
bottom.
well
We
this
have to
patch. I'm
read
so
those.
excited for that
It
twins
is even
quest.
worse because you're gonna have
Yes, I feel like
headache.
it's clear from the last few patches that the
You
story
don't
has
speak,
really
but
been
you have to
amping
read
up
and you have to
lately,
gonna headache
and
because
this
you have to
version
memorize
seems to
the
be
stuff.
no exception.
Yeah, right? I mean, pretty soon we'll be in our 5th year of adventuring, if you can believe it. It feels like it was just yesterday.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So it feels like we're really getting to see how a lot of elements that seemed separate at first are
Technically, it's gonna
starting
be
to
6th year.
converge.
That's actually wrong.
And after what we
Because
saw
the
in
game
the Dev
came out in
Team's Not Cry
2020.
teaser, I'm even more
It's
excited
pretty
to see
much
how the
done as
story
5th year.
unfolds from here.
5th year is
Right?
done already.
And we hope
6th
travelers
year is
have
going to be
fun
the
doing
beginning.
the same.
Okay, so that's it for the Genshin Impact version 5.7
They actually made a
special
mistake in the
program.
live stream
Thank
program.
you so much
It's
for
going to be
tuning in,
6th year,
everybody.
beginning of
Ad
6th
Astra
year.
Abyssos, travelers, and happy adventuring!
And that's
Can I
the
get
sauce.
5 big booms?
Boom! 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 Oh, wait a second. It looks like another friend from afar is rushing over to share some interesting news.
No, I shouldn't probably. Okay, what is this? Fountain. Okay. This is under development. Now we got Genshin Brain Rot before knocking.
Nod cry. An ever-changing
Oh, it's the
landscape
moon
of
story
ruin.
continuity.
A
Okay.
marvel corroded by time. In the forest, where the nights were once undisturbed save for a few
No, yeah,
rays
yeah,
of
it's
moonlight,
not red.
the
Yeah, I just
wild
realized.
hunt's
Yeah.
shadow grows. There are
thought
those
it
who
was
bear the
something
name of
else.
Frost Moon, living where the silver light shines.
No
Others
cry.
carry the torch,
It's
fending
before
off the
Shishnaya,
darkness and
yeah.
cold with their blades. I hear that the stolen
This
faith
feels
still
like
yearn
Shishnaya,
for the
because
frost
cryo
of old.
spirit, right? It looks like cryo
While the
everywhere
Fatui look to the stars
compared to
above,
Shishnaya.
trying in vain to seize the false firmament. Then there are the nights, draped in the west wind, nearing the end
Yep.
of a long and arduous mission. My friends, of course, shan't be outdone.
Oh
They
yeah.
will no doubt bring a magical charm to
Alice.
this edge of the world.
Daughter,
And
yeah.
just as the stone craves the sculptor's hand, so does fate await your
Vankar,
gaze.
Nosh, oh yeah, probably
Pour
he
me
did
another
come as
cup of
well.
tea, if you'd
Since
be
it's
so
everyone,
kind.
every class
The
is gonna come
story
here.
is
Every
about to
sorry, alliance
begin.
as well as the enemy is gonna come here. It's gonna be a big part of the story and the lore. Yes. Probably not Star Wars though. I get your point why you say Star Wars because every other game has Star Wars theme. Probably not Genshin because you know hoyo, they don't really quote unquote go with other games. The fact of even going one other division was even good. Yeah, that looks like some kind of a diagram. Yeah, maybe it's related to the moon story. The moon story has a lot of subdivision. One being Kandria, one being the abyssal plane, one being the dragon essential, and everything. There's a lot of things to be honest. I don't need this. Here's the thing. I'm confused though. Why do we still not have couple of things? I like the fact they optimize stuff majority for mobile. I liked it. Why is the filter system still garbage? Look, have you seen this filter system compared with other other games? You have a lock, you have a star. You don't have a trash. You don't have a trash system. You have a lock and a star. And funnily enough, you go to a character, you select an artifact, you go recommend it, you select here. The star and the lock does not matter because you already filter by which artifact set and which category main stairs upstairs you want. Yeah, I don't get it. Like, what is the use of having a star and a lock? You could have kept a lock and a trash. We don't have the thing though. We don't have the trash symbol. That's the worst part. We don't have a trash symbol, which is so bad. Because if that is trash, it's going to be useful to use it on the strong box. And on the same point, yeah, on the same point, they did not mention the strong box is getting an update. Meaning, it's probably not going to get the new artifact domains over here. It's going to be over here. We are not going to get the new artifacts over here in the storm box, which is a bummer. They didn't mention a single thing regarding that the strong box is going to get an update with the new artifacts. Like there's not even a filter system over here. That's literally not a filter system over here to be indication of lock, star, trash, nothing. It's just all elements. Basic XP, level, quality. I don't even get the reason of the quality. I don't get it. I don't get it. What is the use of quality? I don't get it. What is even the use of quality here? I get the point being stats, but what is the use of being quality, level, and XP? XP and level pretty much is the same thing. If it's higher level, it means it's more XP. Keep it one. What is it? Because what is even between quality and the other things? Because this thing only indicates 5-star artifact. It does not indicate anything lower than 5-star. What is required of quality? It is just stupid. Add a trash symbol over here. Add a trash symbol to all the artifacts. Add trash symbol to all the artifacts. Let us select it so we can choose it on the stupid strong box. Hoyo, you're not adding the things that's necessary. Just trying to add things which we never asked us. That's what I'm saying. There's literally no difference between any of this stuff. I don't get the fact of why is there a difference. Why do we not even have the other symbols like HSR, ZZZ, and there's going to be also a Pokemon game coming to Genshin from Hoyoverse. That is also going to have a factor where you can select which quote-unquote Pokemon thing you can select, which you can trash out, and which you can select as quality. But Genshin, which is being the second highest paid game and popular game, does not have a trash symbol, which I don't get it. I don't know, man. We're not getting an update to the Strongbox either. I don't really see the point of, like, I don't know, like, what is the point of the next patch? It's not even mid, it's low tier. No, the highest game right now is still Genshin. No, it's not HSR. HSR is a money grabber.
This realm.
HSR is a money grabber because every 3 months, if you don't get the new character, it's going to be harder and harder to do the end game. HSR is just a money grabber. Genshin is the only game with an actual lower focus as well as gameplay, but they just treat it as, well, it's also a money grabber, but we don't have to focus a lot because HSR you have to focus a lot, or else people will not play because of how bad the monetization is there in HSR. Genshin is kind of sublime on that point, but character building, character updates, strongbox updates, every other optimization, however, does not care because this still gives them, they still earn every patch around, how much is that? 200 billion or 300 billion. Yeah, also exploration, it's an open world, right? HSR is not open world. That is also there. ZZZ finally is getting the treatment it deserved at the start of the game because people said, no, fuck you, I'm not going to play the game. Now it is getting actual freedom to play. An actual good update and rewards. Genshin is still not getting good updates. Okay, let me go log into the actual page and see if there is any kind of update. Okay, let me open the other page. That I already saw. I don't need that. Okay, let me go here. Mm. Discussion, okay. Hoyo lab discussion summit. That's fine. I don't care about the discussion. Okay, I need to see content, homepage, interested, Genshin Impact, then official. Is there any post apart from the trailer? Is there any post they added here? I don't need a trailer. I need to see the official post of 5.7. No, I don't need this, buddy. Okay.
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below.
Discussion page. Okay. See, this is the only page I'll consider decently good upcoming update. Is this bad boy? At least it at least gives you a decent approach. They adding finally adding a loadout system after 5 freaking years. Loadout system is added, which is not bad. I'm happy on that fact. Then we have this. We can do a recommendation system that's going to recommend based on the selected, which we have to do manually, and it's going to select based on which has the highest priority. It's like the HSR point, where HSR gives it each substats a point. This gives you 1 point, this gives you 2 points, and the overall artifact has a total points. Whichever has the highest points is the best artifact. Yeah, so this thing does that, which is kind of good. This is not bad. This was necessary for the last 3 years. I don't know how slow they are, but somehow they added it. This is fine. This is a new demo. Yada yada yada. That's fine. This is finally added. You don't have to go back and forth selecting this, selecting that. You can just constantly do that. Just finally done. You can constantly update. Just oh my gosh, that was just stupid. Navigation, nah, that's kind of not necessary. This is fine. This is kind of good for newcomers, probably for not for old guys. This is useless. This is pretty much useless update. I don't need the necessity of quote unquote being a favorite emote when majority of time I'm just typing or being in VC with other friends. I don't know, man. This is fine, but that's only for mobile. That's just that. And that's it. See, yeah, see, that's it. There's no change regarding the strong box. There's not going to be addition of strong box, which is a bummer. I don't get it. Like they should add something regarding the strong box. This is at a point there should be something regarding the strong box, man. This is a trailer video. That's really nothing at all. What is this? Oh yeah, that's the event that's going on currently. That's fine. Event guide. What a event is the event guide? Yeah, sure. Take your time, buddy. Take your time. That is the yeah. We just saw that. What are the events? That's really nothing. Oh man, this is so stupid. There's actually nothing on this game that is giving us the actual necessities. Hoyo, please do real diligent work. This update is really shabby, man. This update is really shabby on so much categories. There's really nothing on this update that actually appeals a lot. Makes the game okay, fine. They didn't even mention regarding more rewards. They said literally 10 rewards. That's about it.
Exploration and trials.
So good.
Adventuring is right up my alley.
Yeah, dude, here's the thing. They didn't even mention the fact that you're gonna get more rewards. You aren't giving more rewards either. You're getting 10 primogens. And that's about it, to be frank. That's literally about it. The login rewards is going to give you 10 primogens. See, not 10 primogens, 10 pulls. That's about it. You're not getting anything else. Not helping, man. Not helping. Not really helping us. Yeah, Windows update, nothing. Let's see, man. That was not bad. I can follow, buddy. Let's see. Hopefully this update is not